The View co-host Sunny Hostin's husband, Emmanuel Hostin, has been accused of federal insurance fraud.
Sunny Hostin, her husband accused of committing federal insurance fraud in a...
Sunny Hostin and her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, have long been seen as a picture-perfect power couple, a legal ace and a television star paired with a famous orthopedic surgeon. However, behind the shiny exterior of success, a storm has erupted that no one saw coming. Not only has their once thriving financial empire collapsed into an unthinkable pit of debt, but scandal now shadows their every move. The details are as shocking as they are contentious, and at the center of it all is a massive legal battle involving Manny and a lawsuit that reads like the plot of a high-stakes crime drama.
Accused, and this accused in a lawsuit after some time of investigation could ultimately become a federal indictment.
Let's take a moment to go back years. In the meantime, her husband established himself as one of New York's leading orthopedic surgeons, operating his own clinic, Hostin Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Together, they seemed to have it all: prestigious careers, a lavish lifestyle, and an unwavering public image, but as it turns out, that image was more brittle than anyone realized. Sunny Hostin has been a household name, praised for her keen legal mind and her feisty commentary on The View.
To the documents, he knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgery.
The first sign of trouble came with their shocking bankruptcy filing, an announcement that left insiders in disbelief. How could a couple earning millions suddenly find themselves drowning in debt? Court documents reveal a grim financial picture. Their liabilities far exceed their assets, and the numbers are staggering. Reports indicate that even Sunny's substantial salary from The View barely makes a dent in their towering financial obligations. From designer wardrobes to sprawling real estate, their lavish lifestyle was carefully curated for public admiration, but now it appears the entire facade was built on shaky ground and the foundation has crumbled under the weight of mounting lawsuits and legal fees. The timing of the bankruptcy raises eyebrows. Whether it's suspicious or strategic depends on perspective. Some legal experts speculate that the filing is a calculated move to shield their remaining assets. After all, bankruptcy could offer a protective barrier against the numerous lawsuits stacking up against them, especially the one making the biggest headlines, the RICO case against Emmanuel Hostin. Yes, you heard that right, a lawsuit invoking the same legal framework used to dismantle organized crime syndicates. This isn't just another legal dispute, this is a full-blown legal catastrophe.
RICO case ever filed in the state of New York. You guys wrap that around your brain. That's bigger than the mafia.
The lawsuit filed by American Transit Insurance Company alleges that Drawson is at the center of a massive insurance fraud scheme that siphoned millions from the healthcare system. The accusations are nothing short of explosive. According to the 698-page complaint, Dr. Hostin and nearly 200 other defendants conspired to perform unnecessary surgeries and submit fraudulent medical bills. The lawsuit claims that this network of medical professionals, including Hostin, orchestrated a scheme to exploit New York's no-fault insurance laws, regulations that require companies to cover medical expenses for car accident victims regardless of fault. American Transit alleges that Hostin manipulated the system, billing for procedures that were either medically unnecessary or never performed at all. The potential financial impact, a staggering $450 million. Yes, you read that correctly.
He was scamming insurance companies from taxi drivers, Uber drivers, and Lyft drivers. He was performing unnecessary surgeries and then providing fraudulent medical services in exchange.
The accusations don't end there. The lawsuit presents a scathing image of a complex scheme that included phantom procedures, kickbacks, and fabricated medical records. In a biased case, Hostin is accused of performing surgery on people who didn't need them while accepting kickbacks under the pretense of genuine business investments. Despite not exhibiting any signs of serious harm, a patient who was involved in a small fender incident underwent arthroscopic surgery. According to the complaint, these kinds of situations weren't isolated occurrences, rather, they were a part of a trend.
Emmanuel denied the allegations via a statement through his lawyer, telling Daily Mail that his client, quote, denies each and every allegation and that the lawsuit is a blanket, scattershot, meritless law.
Through his lawyer, Drayan has strongly refuted the allegations, describing the action as a pathetic attempt by a financially troubled insurance company to evade its responsibilities. Although Sunny's defense of her husband is passionate, it hasn't stopped the public from speculating about what's actually happening behind closed doors. Sunny herself echoed this sentiment, calling the lawsuit a frivolous and desperate attempt to smear her husband's name in a fiery statement. She accused American Transit of waging a disgusting media smear campaign against her family using her celebrity status to amplify the scandal.
Sunny Hostin on The View, Tom, basically implicating her husband in this type of...
The stakes are higher than ever for Emmanuel Tin, whose medical career is on the line due to the very accusations he so vehemently denies patients who once trusted him with their health. They are now doubting everything, and even though he has put together an elite legal team to defend himself against the charges, the threat of the RI lawsuit still looms large. Even if he is eventually found not guilty, the harm to his reputation could be permanent.
Hostin and her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, are preparing for a legal battle to fight accusations that he committed federal insurance.
And then there's Sunny, who now finds herself in an equally precarious position. Known for her outspoken commentary on ethics, justice, and morality, she is facing accusations of hypocrisy. After all, how can someone who has built a career on calling out corruption and inequality reconcile that image with the scandal engulfing her family? Critics haven't held back, with some even calling for her resignation from The View, arguing that her family's legal troubles are a distraction from the show's mission. But Sunny isn't backing down. Alongside defending her husband, she has taken aim at the media's coverage of the scandal, accusing outlets of sensationalizing the story to boost ratings. She's also going on the offensive. Sunny and her husband have reportedly filed a countersuit against American Transit, seeking $5 million in damages for defamation and emotional distress, and that number, Sunny has hinted, it could climb as the case unfolds.
Essentially saying that it's a money grab, and they're also going to countersue for millions of dollars, $5 million.
The public is still not totally persuaded by Sunny's story, and many are wondering why she has remained silent about the accusations for such a long time, especially considering her position on The View. Although she has been quick to comment on other high-profile court cases, her hesitation to address her husband's predicament has raised questions about whether she is shielding her family or avoiding the spotlight out of concern that she might implicate herself by association. It's a question with no simple solution.
I mean, you're married, Tom, you're married. If your husband's doing something, if he's allegedly doing something like this, you guys would know if your wives were up.
What's clear is that the couple is in the fight of their lives, both legally and financially. Their bankruptcy filing, coupled with the ongoing lawsuit, has left them scrambling to salvage what remains of their reputation and assets, while Sunny has managed to hold on to her seat at The View for now. The scandal has undeniably cast a long shadow over her career. Insiders at ABC reportedly fear that the controversy could damage the show's credibility, especially given Sunny's role as its resident legal expert. As the legal battle unfolds, one can't help but wonder what the future holds for the couple. Can they clear their names and rebuild their lives, or is this the beginning of the end for the once admired duo? One thing is certain, this story is far from over, and with new details continuing to emerge, the public will be watching closely. After all, few things captivate an audience quite like a real-life drama of fame, fortune, and a spectacular fall from grace.
Does not look well when your name ends up with 200 people in a RICO investigation. This is the biggest investigation since Giuliani shook the tree and a bunch of mobsters fell out, right? This is big stuff. And so, and thank you for bringing that video. It sure is ironic that she's up there.
But this isn't just a story about one couple's troubles, it's a cautionary tale about the price of ambition, the steep cost of maintaining a public image, and the fragile line between success and scandal for the couple. The road ahead is uncertain. Their bankruptcy filing may offer temporary relief, but it won't erase the allegations that have shaken their lives, and with the lawsuit expected to stretch on for years, their fight is far from over. What will Sunny's next move be? How will Emmanuel navigate the legal minefield ahead? The answers to these questions could very well shape not just their careers but their legacy as this chapter of their lives nears its climax. One lingering question remains: can they weather the storm, or is this the final act in a story that once seemed destined for a fairy tale ending?
Here's some news for you. The former First Lady has been noticeably absent on her husband's camera.
Sunny Hostin's life seems to be unraveling faster than anyone could have anticipated. While the legal chaos surrounding her husband Emmanuel Hostin dominates the headlines, that's only part of the storm brewing around her. Sunny isn't just facing turmoil at home. Her professional world is also buckling under the weight of multiple controversies, unresolved feuds, and a growing list of adversaries. It's as if her entire universe is under siege, with scandals and legal battles closing in from every direction. So how did a woman once celebrated for her intellect and moral authority find herself at the center of so much chaos? Let's start with the elephant in the room, or perhaps the rose garden. Yes, we're talking about Melania Trump. Sunny's sharp tongue is no secret to viewers of The View, but her ongoing feud with the former First Lady has taken things to a new level. It all began with Sunny's now infamous remarks about Melania, where she claimed on live television that Melania despises Donald Trump and is allegedly working to sabotage his political ambitions. Sunny even suggested that Melania's public comments about reproductive rights were a calculated move to undercut Trump's campaign and escape life as First Lady. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room as him, Sunny quipped on air. She can't tolerate him. While the audience may have chuckled, the Trump camp was reportedly far less amused. Rumors soon began swirling that Melania was considering legal action against Sunny and The View. Though no official lawsuit has been filed, the mere speculation has sparked a media frenzy. Critics have seized on the controversy, accusing Sunny of crossing the line between commentary and defamation. Even her fellow co-hosts appeared uncomfortable with her remarks. Whoopi Goldberg stepped in to remind her to use the word allegedly, while Joy Behar openly questioned how Sunny could claim to know such intimate details about the Trumps' marriage. The entire incident has left not just viewers but also network executives wondering, is Sunny's outspoken nature becoming more of a liability than an asset?
We haven't seen her, and her description of Donald Trump doesn't track with the reality of what we've seen. And I can't relate to the marriage or if they're even in the same place at the same time. So I don't think that's the way.
But the Melania drama is just the tip of the iceberg. Sunny's name has now been dragged into a separate legal battle involving a former producer of The View. According to reports, the producer, who left the show under murky circumstances, has filed a lawsuit against ABC alleging wrongful termination. While Sunny isn't named as a defendant, insiders say the lawsuit includes claims of a toxic work environment on set, with Sunny's behavior cited as a contributing factor. The allegations paint a troubling picture, accusing Sunny of creating tension among staff with a demanding and dismissive attitude. Some claim that her fiery on-air persona often carried over into off-camera interactions, making for a stressful workplace. Though these accusations remain unverified, the lawsuit has only added to the growing storm of controversy surrounding Sunny, with her position at the network already under scrutiny. This latest development raises even more questions about her future on The View.
Sunny Hostin of The View, who's constantly raging about race and reparations and how bad America is with its racial past.
And then there is the fallout from Sunny's well-known comments about voters who lack education, which still stalk her after a contentious debate on The View. Critics accused Sunny of being elitist and alienating a large section of the audience when she blamed Donald Trump's political victories on white women without college degrees. Sunny later clarified her statement, stating that she meant non-college educated as a demographic term, but the damage had already been done. Calls for her resignation went viral on social media, and even some of her fans acknowledged that the remarks seemed inappropriate for a program that feeds on relating to regular Americans. The network is still working to move past the negative impact of Sunny's remarks.
You have Latino men actually voting more for him, and you have and black men was not the story. We're not the story here, because they voted almost 80% for the vice president. Right. So why do you think that uneducated white women voted against their reproductive health freedoms, and why do you think Latino men voted in favor of someone that's going to deport? It says he's going to.
Amidst all of this chaos, although the panel has always been known for its heated disagreements, there are rising rumors of dissatisfaction behind the scenes at The View. According to people close to the show, Sunny has grown more distant from her co-hosts, and tensions are simmering beneath the surface. According to insiders, Sunny and Alyssa Farrett-Griffin's recent on-air arguments have been especially intense. In one episode, Alyssa criticized Sunny for making broad generalizations about voters, which caused a clearly irritated Sunny to lash out. When the video went viral, many speculated that the two women's conflict goes beyond their professional relationship. I don't need a lecture from you.
I went in a different direction, but I love the fact that, Manny is younger, and he's
How much younger is he?
Just a little bit.
He's like 1 year, isn't he?
Like a month or a year or 10 years?
5 years. It's more than a year.
Meanwhile, Sunny's once solid relationship with Joy Behar, long seen as an unshakable alliance, is reportedly on shaky ground. Joy, a View veteran since the show's inception, is said to be growing frustrated with Sunny's tendency to dominate conversations and steer discussions into controversial territory. According to one insider, Joy has privately expressed concerns that Sunny's increasing habit of making everything about herself is Detracting from the show's broader appeal, Joy's been around long enough to know when someone's pushing their luck, the source said, and right now Sunny's pushing it. All of this has left ABC executives in a difficult position. On one hand, Sunny is undeniably one of the most dynamic voices on The View, bringing a sharp legal perspective and fiery passion that resonates with certain segments of the audience. On the other hand, her growing list of controversies combined with the ongoing legal drama surrounding her husband has made her a polarizing figure. Network insiders say Sunny's future on the show is now an active topic of discussion. Some executives reportedly believe it's time for a shakeup, while others argue that removing her would only add fuel to the fire and risk alienating her loyal fan base. One thing is clear: the drama isn't just playing out in the headlines, it's unfolding behind the scenes as well.
Who comes to us from sunny Hostin. Sounds like a town. We're in sunny Hostin. She was on PBS's Finding Your Roots, a show dedicated to researching celebrity ancestry. For context, Sunny is a staunch supporter of reparations and has made a fortune spewing nonsense about white privilege and racial.
A show that thrives on debate and differing opinions is only as strong as the trust its audience places in it, and right now that trust is being tested like never before. Sunny herself appears determined to weather the storm, but the road ahead won't be easy, with her husband's case likely to drag on for years. The spotlight on her personal life isn't going anywhere, and as the lawsuits, feuds, and controversies continue to pile up, the question isn't just whether Sunny can survive this chapter of her career, but whether the show can survive Sunny.
Wow. I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Viewers are left with more questions than answers as the curtain closes on this turbulent chapter in Sunny Han's life. How will Sunny and her husband handle the challenging legal environment that lies ahead, and will their public image ever fully recover from such a scandal? Will Sunny's candor be her greatest strength or her worst weakness on The View? Tell us what you believe the future holds for Sunny Hostin by leaving a comment below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like. Additionally, subscribe for more updates and celebrity rumors. For now, goodbye.